Because I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was purely and simply evil.
You thought the game was over, but it's only just begun.
Welcome to Light of Massacre, known as Safe. I hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. So there is a lot to go over here regarding The Strangers, the new trilogy that is coming out in 2024 with 3 different movies that are already filmed, already set, and we're just waiting for a teaser. Director Renny Harlin was very excited to take over this, I guess, remake of the Strangers trilogy, which he was a huge fan of and really wanted to take the reins on this franchise and take it to new levels where we have not seen this before. There's one thing that they're not shying away from this new trilogy is home invasions, mass killers, and a lot of extra things that I think they're going to put some extra stuff in this movie that we're not really expecting. Lionsgate have released some official stills from the new Strangers trilogy through Entertainment Weekly, giving us a first look here of the man in mask, and it looks like Dollface. I think she's carrying, a saw or something like that. Looks like he's carrying an axe. She got the pickup truck, so I'm really expecting some, pickup truck car chase scenes of the couple during the night. Love the color grade. Reminds me of The Strangers Pray at Night, where it gives us that dim, low, but bright, like dimish color grade, which I really do like so much. So looking at these two, it's already getting me excited of how violent this is going to be. I gotta say, guys, I really do like the street clothes type look. You don't really have man in mask wearing, a formal apparel in this movie at all. I like that. It looks like they're just out living on the road, trying to, sight out anybody that's around, and that's really cool. I think that's a brilliant look, and it looks like they're almost wearing the same jacket from what it looks like, except she's wearing a hoodie inside. He might be wearing a hoodie too, we just can't really see it, but I definitely love the look of Dollface and the man in mask. Just fantastic. I have another new still photo of Maya and Ryan that they're going to be in this film. This is the couple that are going to be chased throughout the night and home invaded, and it looks like they are trying to stay in an Airbnb. Their car breaks down cross country on a road trip, and they run into some trouble. What I really want to see with this new couple, as much as the mass killers that are that important to these 3 films that are connected to each other, but at the same time, the couple are as if more important to the franchise in general, because they really just heighten the moment when things are just going wrong. You don't want to see 2 boring characters that don't act like they're scared, or, are they going to give us the best performance that we're going to see in this thing? And I think that's what I'm really excited about, because I think when you have a couple here that really show you fright and really show you that there's that desperate to escape, and that shows out in a couple and 2 people that are just stuck in this horrible situation. I really hope it just bleeds out, and I hope it just keeps us on the edge of our seat watching this couple survive throughout the night. Now, we got information on all 3 chapters that give us some specific information on what these movies are going to be about. Strangers Chapter 1 is set to become the first and will play out much like the original film, following a young couple who, after the car breaks down in Venice, Oregon, during a cross-country road trip, find themselves the latest victims of the mass strangers. Madeline Pesch and Frey Gartieres play Maya and Ryan. The couple in question, will they make it to the end of Chapter 1? Are they a couple that actually like each other this time around? We'll just have to wait and see. On the first film, Harlan states that is close to the original movie, and it sets up a young couple in an isolated environment in a house and a home invasion happening for random reasons. The Strangers Chapter 2 and Chapter 3 round out the trilogy. Will dig deeper into the Strangers. Why are they doing what they do? Where did they come from? That will all be examined. Is it really just because they were home? There's a story there, and Harlan explores what happens to the victims of this kind of violence and who the perpetrators are of this kind of violence. Where are they coming from and why? Now, this all sounds fun and dandy, and I feel like it's going to take a turn. I feel like Chapter 1 is going to be slightly like a copycat of The Strangers in 2008, the original film, where you have the perpetrators, the mass killers that are going after this couple, and I think it's going to be a lot of edge of your seat and a lot of excitement and tension. And then I think once they get into Chapter 2 and Chapter 3, this is what I'm afraid of. And I feel like we already heard the rumors that they were going to go into the behind the scenes and the backgrounds of these mass killers. Why are they doing this? And it makes me afraid, because I feel like with certain franchises, they're either going to make this work, or maybe they should stay unknown for more films to come out. Sometimes I just like keeping things original. I like keeping things a question mark. I don't want to know why the killers are the killers, how they become killers. I mean, how much of a background story are we really going to get on these masked individuals? But if Rennie Harlin can make this work, then go at it. If they could, you know, make it make sense and not make it stupid, or it's got to be a very good background story for them, for these masked killers to do what they do, whether it's why they're catching couples or they're killing people on the road, or why are they attacking a specific house that somebody's in. I don't know the answers, but we're going to find out next year about all of this. Director Rennie Harlin had some things to say and was asked about, you know, shooting this film, all three films, all three chapters in Slovakia last year. And, you know, was there any challenges to really come into this franchise? Says it was a challenge of a lifetime, but I also really embraced it. On Monday morning, I could be shooting the second chapter. On Monday afternoon, I could be shooting the first chapter. And Tuesday morning, I could be shooting the third chapter. It was incredibly demanding for the actors, for the continuity in terms of the makeup and wardrobe, and for my director of photography, because we want to create a visual language that develops so that the movies get bigger, more epic as we go on. It just kept all of our juices pumping all the time. The Strangers trilogy, it will be slashing into theaters starting in 2024, and we know that New York Comic-Con, they are going to be showing within the month. New York Comic-Con will be showing probably a teaser to this trilogy, and I can't wait to react to that. What's blowing my mind about the whole thing is the filming. How they literally, she goes into Monday morning to do Chapter 1, a piece of Chapter 1, then go into Monday afternoon, let's do Chapter 2, and then Chapter 3, they'll go into the nighttime and do a night scene for Chapter 3. Like, it's kind of insane how they didn't work on the first chapter for a couple months, the second, the third, in separate months. They literally worked on every scene, pieces to every scene, to the three chapters in individual parts of the day, which that's got to be really hard on the actors, on the actresses, just directing, and the crew in general. But what I can really respect about this whole thing is that it's one director's vision going through three chapters, three different movies throughout the year, okay, of The Strangers, Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and Chapter 3. It's not like we're getting one chapter, wait a year, another chapter, wait a year, and get the third chapter, final chapter to The Strangers new trilogy. So it's good that we're going to get continuity. We're going to get, you know, hopefully consistency of Rennie Harlin's story of this new mapped out The Strangers trilogy, and I'm hoping it's really good. Hoping it's not going to be cheesy. I hope it's not going to be lame. I think when it comes to the tension, the chase scenes, whether it's by, you know, by foot, the vehicle chases, or, you know, some of the, you know, crazy scenes they'll be doing at the house when they're trying to get into the house, I think that's going to be awesome. And like I said before, even the couple is going to be important too, because not only the mass killers are a huge part of this franchise, but having a good couple, they have some large shoes to fill going into this new trilogy, and I hope they do a really good job. So are you excited for the new Strangers trilogy? All three films in 1 year, man. We are getting so much horror. I love it, and I'm so excited for this because I think this is one of the trilogies where the tension builds so much, where my heart is literally in almost cardiac arrest every single scene, because I love this trilogy. Well, I love the Strangers movies in general, and I hope you guys like it too. What are you worried about? What are you not worried about? Do you think you're going to enjoy it? You guys let me know, and if you last this long in this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video. So you guys have a fantastic day. Keep running. See you later.